Good afternoon, everybody. Rob Bonta here, California Attorney General with Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser. We're going to wait a moment for folks to come into the room, and we'll get started shortly. Good afternoon again, everyone. Rob Bonta, California Attorney General. I want to say thank you for being here for the announcement we're making today. It's an announcement of a new lawsuit against the federal administration, our 58th lawsuit against the federal administration for those who are keeping track. This one is to defend California's clean energy future and our workers. Today, we're challenging the Trump administration's unlawful decision to terminate congressionally mandated clean energy funding. These aren't optional programs. These are investments approved by bipartisan majorities in Congress. And the president doesn't get to cancel them simply because he disagrees with them. California won't allow President Trump and his administration to play politics with our economy, our energy grid, and our jobs. Our lawsuit challenges actions by the Department of Energy and the Office of Management and Budget to cancel billions of dollars in energy and infrastructure grants across the country. The Constitution is clear on this. The co-equal branch of Congress controls the purse. Federal agencies must carry out the laws as written, not rewrite them based on their own political preferences. That's why we're suing Trump's Department of Energy, Energy Secretary Chris Wright, the Office of Management and Budget, and OMB Director Russell Vought for unlawfully terminating and abandoning funds that Congress already required them to spend. When Congress directs that funds be spent, federal agencies can't put them on the chopping block. The president has publicly described these energy programs in very partisan terms, calling clean energy initiatives the, quote, Green New Scam, and targeting them for elimination. But that's not how the law works. Federal funding can't be terminated to punish states or score political points. Agencies don't have the authority to override laws passed by Congress simply because Trump dislikes them. Today, we're asking the court to stop these unlawful actions and ensure that future awards will not be targeted in the same way. In California alone, over $1.2 billion in energy funding has been terminated. That includes over $1.2 billion for clean hydrogen projects and millions more for energy efficient building standards. These projects create jobs, they lower energy costs, they strengthen grid reliability, and improve air quality within our communities. The administration's terminations threaten over 200,000 union jobs, almost guarantee higher energy prices and increase pollution that harms public health. Trump's promise to make America affordable couldn't be further from what he's actually delivering. His administration's actions ensure paychecks cut, higher power bills, and toxic air for our families to breathe. Let me be clear. California believes in innovation, clean energy, and building an economy that creates good jobs and lowers costs for families. We won't stand by while lawful funding is stripped away by the Trump administration. If this administration continues to break the law, we'll continue to take it to court. We've done it before 57 other times. And today's proof that we'll do it again until Trump gets the message that California will not back down. And on that note, I'd like to take a moment to thank the team leading this critical work here in California: Christy Hughes, Harold Kern, Chris Kissel, Zelda Vassar, Todd Grabarski, and Matthew Wise. A great team doing great work. Proud to call them my colleagues and thank them for getting us where we are today. With that, I'll circle back with an opportunity to answer questions later, but let me turn it over to my colleague, Attorney General Phil Weiser.
Thank you, Attorney General Bonta. Once again, we're with you leading this important case that is about our clean energy future and is about our Constitution's commitment to separation of powers. This executive branch seems to think they have the power of the purse. They get to decide what's funded. That's not how our Constitution works. That's why we're in court for Colorado the 54th time. this administration might start asking before they take action, is this legal? But if they won't, like AG Bonta said, we're going to court and we're winning again and again because this lawlessness of this administration is not being allowed to stand. Colorado is committed to a clean energy future, protecting our land, air, and water, and the types of grants that are literally being undermined by this action is what we need to do. For example, in Pueblo, there's a project underway by the Colorado School of Mines to build a carbon storage hub. This is critical work as part of how we address our climate challenges. And when you talk about what's the scam, it's this administration denying climate change, undermining responses like this one. That's a scam. That's trying to undermine a promise that a prior Congress made to the American people. We're going to address our clean energy future with smart investments. Another such investment to Colorado State University, $300 million that will reduce methane emissions from low producing oil and gas wells in Colorado. We need to address methane. It is a dangerous pollutant. It harms human health. It harms our climate. We need to be addressing it, which is why this grant is important and we're fighting for it. And finally, the University of Colorado at Boulder is developing new solar technology that we need in America. If you look around the world, we're seeing responses to our climate challenges. That's what a future needs to look like with innovation and new technological breakthroughs. Colorado is a leader on energy innovation. This administration is seeking to undermine our position in the world, undermine our economic growth, take away jobs, raise energy prices, and break the law. They're not going to get away with it. Once again, we're fighting back. We'd be honored to take your questions.